I want to bring something to your alert. I want to bring something to your attention, and it's very important. There's a deliberate poisoning approach. There's a deliberate attack on your health by Coca-Cola and NBC, Nigerian Bottling Company. Now, there's been an investigation in 2019 June on Coca-Cola done by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Agency Commission. Now, it says investigation into branding, labeling, and alleged anti-competitive practices. Let's see what it says. It says the FCCPA and Coca-Cola and NBC have been having a joint repertoire company had commenced the migration. Okay, now there's an investigation and that Coca-Cola had commenced the migration of their Coke brand, the Coke brand, into formulation that includes regular sugar. That's migration from regular sugar to non-nutritive sweetener. The non-nutritive sweetener called NNS is actually a poison, is a chemical that is sweet, that is sweetener. It looks like sugar, but it's not sugar. It's a chemical formulation. Now, maybe I should open the document for you so you can actually read and see where if you look at the title of the document itself, you probably see almost immediately what they're trying to find. Now, you can go to the pages, fccpc.gov. You see all the information there. This is from their own site. I just opened it. Now, it says the Coca-Cola Nigeria Limited and Nigerian Bottling Company Limited investigation. It says reply, misleading / deceptive product labeling or portrayal and failure to transparently manage non-harmful product error in recall or communication of same as possible abuse of dominance. Now, this means that since 2019, they've been trying to tell them never to migrate to that particular Coca-Cola sweetener, sorry, the food sweetener. In this case, moving from regular sugar to NNS. Let me read something to you from the document. I'm sure you probably want to do that studying by yourself. So let's go back to the site, because this is a very voluminous stuff here. Now, this is the site, fccpc.gov.ng. Go and study for yourself. So now it says the FCCPC became aware that NBC and then Coca-Cola, jointly referred to as company, had commenced the migration of their Coke brand from a formulation that includes regular sugar, normal granulated sugar, the one you get from sugarcane, or the regular organic sugar, into the non-nutritive sweetener. What are non-nutritive sweetener? Let me give you an idea. So probably just want to do some studies. I was trying to read on some things today about these if you go to the page, they would have explained a lot of things. That document also spoke volume about that particular type of sugar. Okay, so this will give you a little bit of, you can do all your studies. See, it says the effect of non-nutritive sweetener, that's NNS. This particular sugar that FCCPC is fighting Coca-Cola about. Okay, now it says the effect of non-nutritive on postprandial glycemic and endocrine response. That's actually body metabolism. A systematic review and whatever. You can do your, like I said, do your studies. It said background. There has been an emergent concern that non-nutritive sweeteners, NNS, can increase the risk of cardiometabolic diseases. Much of the attention is focused on acute metabolic and endocrine response to NNS. I won't be able to give you all the details because of time. I'd like you to do your own studies. You'll be shocked that this is more like somebody taking poisoning, rat poisoning. and drinking. Now, that means spicing somebody's drink with rat poison. That's what Coca-Cola is doing. And these are the work of people like Bill Gates. Because I mentioned one time, I said, anything that Bill Gates put hand and invest into, for example, these are all his whatever. These are some his crop of GMO patterns. For example, you make cabbage from chemicals, they call it laboratory cabbage, laboratory meat, laboratory modified corn, laboratory soya milk. Soya milk today is even a poison, no longer safe for eating. The soya beans, so to say, even the regular beans. Now we have what they call the teller maize in Nigeria. I think you want to do some studies on that teller maize. If you look at this page, you look at, I read something to you recently about the teller maize in Nigeria. They call it teller maize in Nigeria, but in the US it's called the Monsanto maize, the Monsanto grain. And that is the biggest poison. Right now, those things have been completely banned from the Western countries. In fact, in Russia, if this is discovered in Russia, they will treat you as Talibans. Yeah, that is what Putin does. He will treat anybody who brings GMO, import GMO, or grow GMO seeds and food in Russia is treated as a what do you call it? These people that kills what we call them herdsmen here. It's as bad as that. It's a criminal offense. I think you want to probably do some studies on your own and then see what we are exposed to with Coca-Cola. I would advise for anyone who really need to do food, for example, you don't have to give your children Coke, Fanta. If you look at the site, go back to the site where with the FCCPA site, go back to their site. Now, it's actually complaining that it's not only on Coke anymore. It has gone, it's a comment on the Coke brand from the formulation that includes regular sugar into NNS. That's the poison I showed you just now. The migration is timed enough, is timed though, not concluded. Apparently, following the previously concluded but undisclosed and uncommunicated migration with respect to their other brands, number 1, Fanta, number 2, Sprite, as investigation will later discover. You see? So it's not only on Coke. They've moved to the other brands. What makes you feel that they cannot put this poison inside water? Right now, they are doing, look at the title, you would see from the title, it says, is misleading and deceptive product labeling or portrayal of failure to be transparent. Do you get it? So you can't, that's why we say anything that Bill Gates has put hand, these are all his GMO gimmicks. And it is aimed at one thing, for destruction of lives, is for human poisoning. These are the causes of cancer. Your child like Coke. What will the 5-year-old child be doing with cancer? Since when? These are the only reasons why children will come up with cancer. You've also noticed that the Nigerian response to this, not Nigerian response to this though, because this is a Nigerian agency fighting Coca-Cola, but the news media, our chronic wayward news media would give you things like Coca-Cola is about to invest $1 billion. Why do you think Coca-Cola is investing $1 billion? The question we want to ask is, that's your $1 billion. Is it an investment, or it is the court fine? Is this an investment or a fine? Look at this, is Sahara Reporters. Look at the rest of them. They've gone to meet. This one is saying, okay, it says Coca-Cola Group ones, all right. These are people who are actually even thinking. Group ones, Nigerians, government against Coca-Cola 1 billion investment. Why? Because they are poisoning Nigerians. But people like these other will say, okay, Coca-Cola plans to put in $1 billion into Nigeria. Why they invest into what? Coca-Cola but meets with Tinubu in Abuja, pledges to invest $1 billion. Coca-Cola is planning to invest $1 billion to support long-term whatever. See, Coca-Cola, why are you asking them to, why don't you allow them to stop poisoning Nigerian first before you're asking for 1 billion? Just simply means that what our Nigerian government needs is money. So imagine they will give you 1 billion to poison 200 million people. Beware. Go to the market, buy fresh fruit, make fresh. In fact, stop giving your children Coca-Cola products. And be careful with all these sweeteners you find out there. Anything that has to do with foreign corn, sweet corn, packaged food. This is more like carrying your money and going to the market, to the supermarket. Avoid supermarket for now. Avoid it completely. Avoid any drink that carries chloride, NNS. Now we're getting to know more of this, the names of some of these poisons that they use everywhere. Avoid poisoning your children and yourself. If they want to poison you, must you allow it? Go to the market, buy fresh fruits. Go to village market. If you are living in the city, make an arrangement with somebody who brings you who stop using foreign food. Make an arrangement with your village people or village persons that goes to the village often. Let them buy you food. Buy you yam, plantain. Go for locally produced rice and stay alive. Leave this foreign rice. Leave the foreign drinks and anything that is made from foreign corn. These days we have fluoride. Fluoride is a chemical, is a destructive chemical. Actually, what you have in rat poison is fluoride. That is what you have in rat poison. That's what used to kill rats. Now you find it in pig milk. It is in pig milk. You find it in your toothbrush, Colgate, and the rest of them. Look at all those, because they're having big advert. People just go blindly and buy nonsense. Next time you're going to buy a toothpaste, ask for non-fluoride toothpaste. And of course, every other thing you're eating, be sure you are eating non-GMO food. The name GMO, driven by Bill Gates alone, that name GMO itself is not a real name. The actual name is poisonous food or poisonous chemicals or any food that has been injected with poisonous chemical. That is what they mean by, that is the meaning of GMO. Genetically modified or modified with poison. That's what it means. So it's actually a PMO, poisoned modified organisms or poisoning modified food. Know this and know peace.